Hello YouTube, it's me, Bobcat1939. Just finished watching the Nintendo conference, but I'll get to that in the next video. Right now I want to talk to you about yesterday, Sony's conference. So it was a 5-hour conference, which people were wondering about what they were going to say for 5 hours, because 5 hours is quite a long time to have a conference. So anyway, I'm just going to go through a list of the different things that I've got here down here. I've got quite a few things down. I couldn't watch it personally myself, so I've just looked about at various videos and just noted down some of the main things. So basically, they started off with an apology about the downtime and the PS Store being down, which is good. They needed to get that out of the way. That was best for Sony, I believe. Secondly, well, I'm just going to go through it, not list it in any particular order. They announced that Sony is responsible for 30% of the traffic in Netflix, which is the biggest kind of part of Netflix, which means Netflix's biggest custom is through Sony, which I think could make the way for a large partnership in that direction. They announced they showed Uncharted 3, Resistance 3, Sly Cooper, God of War games, Infamous 2, which will be Move compatible, Starhawk. I didn't see the trailers for these games, but I know various games. Resistance 3, I know that's going to be good. I'm a big fan of Resistance. Infamous 2, I think that could be very good. They announced a Dust 514 closed beta this summer. Oh yeah, one of the bigger things they announced, a 3D TV, 24-inch, and two 3D glasses. And Resistance 3 will come in a package for $499. This is a specific TV for PlayStation gaming. It's got split screen for 2 players, and each pair of glasses costs $69. So I think I'd like to see Sony keep up with doing things like TVs, and I like how they're using that as a method to sell games. Really, it's not like a console, but it's something important, I think, for Sony to do, to incorporate other parts of their business into the gaming. So I like that. NBA 2K12 was announced. Medieval moves. It seems, I saw that trailer, it looks quite cartoony, so I'll see how that goes. I think that should be good. Star Trek game coming out for the Move. Bioshock Infinite will be out for the Move. SSX will, I think I mentioned in the last video, will have, for Sony, for the PS3, will have Mount Fuji as a playable stage. Need for Speed will have 7 more supercars than the normal game. So Sony, you can see they're racking up all this extra content for their users. Than Microsoft has things like map packs on Call of Duty will be released sooner. They've got that, but we've got like our extra content. So it's nice to see that Sony's got that competitive streak with extra content that other users on different consoles can't get. Which is always good to see. Battlefield 3 will come with a copy of Battlefield 1943, which is a very good game I've seen. Now, also, very big news, the PSP2 project was announced, and it's called Vita. There's a game called Ruin. I didn't see much on that, but it's a very social game apparently. Uncharted Golden Abyss, which will incorporate touchscreen and buttons. Mod Nation Racers. You can design tracks with the touchscreen and share it with PS3 and Vita. Little Big Planet for Vita. Street Fighter and Cross Tekken. which is kind of like a mixture of the two, you know. Um, and it'll come out on Vita and PS3, and the PS3 version will have Cole from Infamous 2, which is really good. Now, what I like is already it's been announced that there's 80 titles in working from major publishers for the Vita, which will also have two models, a Wi-Fi and a 3G. The Wi-Fi is $299 and the 3G is $249. No, wait, what? That wrong way. Wrong way around. The Wi-Fi is $249 and the 3G is $299. If you want to know that in other currencies, go check it out online. I'm rubbish with business and currencies. That was basically the large news. That was the main stuff that they announced. So in that 5 hours, they didn't announce that much, but I think it's mainly the video shorter because I haven't got that much of my own view on it. I mean, they mentioned the downtime, which they needed to address that. They didn't seem to say anything about what they've done to prevent it, which is worrying. I think they need to give the users some kind of what am I trying to say? They need to give the users some kind of promise that it's not going to happen again, but they didn't seem to provide that, which is a shame, really. It could decide whether people in the future will buy PS3s and whatever, and Vitas and whatever other consoles they come out with in the future. So they need to really sort that. Another thing they didn't announce, well, they didn't really need to announce because they already updated us about the welcome pack back when the PlayStation Store came back online. But really, I don't think that was good enough, to be honest. I mean, I'm glad we got something. They needed to give the users something that they missed. The 30-day trial of PlayStation Plus, okay, that's good and everything. A few free games, that's good, I'm sure. But really, I think there's stuff that they could have done better. I think that they could have brought out a bit more, really. I think rather than giving us a choice from 1 or 2 games to pick from, I think what they could have done was give us like 10, 20 pounds worth a credit for the PS Store, really, for us to spend on what we like. I think that would have been better for the users and would have gone down a lot better. But yeah, it's that's quite a shame, really, that they haven't done that, though, because it would cost companies quite a bit because they wouldn't be making any profit, and apart from the fact that Sony would have to pay them for that, and Sony would be losing a bit of profit, really. But to be honest, I think the users should come first, but at least we got something at the end of the day. Okay, that's all really for the Sony conference. I don't know, they announced a number of games for the Vita. They didn't announce anything specifically for the PSP, but they announced PS3 games and they announced Vita games. So they did both, really, which is good. They announced games that were move functional. They announced games that weren't move functional. Unlike Xbox, that just everything pretty much was connect. But I don't know. I think it's difficult. Sony and Microsoft haven't really come out with that much, really. Which brings me to Nintendo, which will be in the next video, which should be uploaded shortly. If you've already watched the Nintendo video and you're watching this, hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to watch the Microsoft video. In the Nintendo video, I'll give my overall view on the 3 conferences, and that will complete my review of E3. Unless after the 3 days I've got some information and I want to review E3 as a whole, but I doubt that will happen because I'll just be blurting out random informations about games in a crazy order that won't make any sense, and I think I'll save you that misery. So thank you guys ever so much for watching. Send to your friends, all that, you know. Thank you again for watching. I hope you're enjoying E3 if you're watching it. I'll have a link to game trailers in the description, or go to my Microsoft video and the game trailers link is in that description. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.